Traditional leadership is long dead. There is an upheaval and a need for conscious leadership.
Welcome to Inspiration Contagion, where we spread inspiration one story at a time. I am your host, Holly Jean Jackson. Each interview spotlights transformational business leaders, their stories, challenges, and advice for how you too can lead yourself and others through inspiration. Learn how you too can achieve peak performance, build more revenue, and lead the legacy you were meant to lead.
What do I mean by that? We're seeing unprecedented people being concerned about losing their job because of AI. We've never seen so much technological growth ever in the history of humanity in hundreds of years. We see economic turbulence, we see political turbulence. And so the way leadership current has been historically is changing, and necessarily so. We are grappling with bigger and bigger issues and newer times that are unprecedented. And the way you navigate this will help your company rise to the top or completely become irrelevant. So how do we talk about that? Well, the first thing is I want to bring your attention to the fact that today's consumers and today's buyers really care about purpose-driven organizations, and they care about your impact beyond your profit. In fact, they don't care about your profit unless they're your shareholders or on your board. They care about being part of a larger cause. They want to remain hopeful and optimistic for the future of our planet, for the future of our society, for the future of humanity. And so when you can align your vision and mission as an organization to being conscientious and to being intentional as a leader for overcoming big causes like world hunger or getting clean water in new locations or providing technologies for education, for communities and families, resources to supporting single moms. There's a million causes out there we can go after. But when you are authentically and passionately aligned with the cause your organization is supporting, people can feel that and they will buy that. So be aware that it's really about having these purpose-driven organizations communicating that legacy and that purpose, vision, drive that creates a stronger relationship, and really for not just your employees and your buyers, but especially finding aligned employees that are going to be committed to you as an employer. And so if we want to hire the right people and have the right clients, it's really finding that alignment to that cause, whatever that cause is for you today. All right, the second piece I want to talk about is becoming tomorrow's conscious leader. There's a practical roadmap for this. There is a way to be intentional and stand out from the, okay? The first step is you really need to develop your own practice, whether that is daily meditation, daily journaling, daily reflection, whatever that is to keep you grounded and rooted in your own personal energy, your own personal goals, your own personal values. People can tell when we're not aligned. People can tell when we're off kilter. And they can smell that miles away. They can smell it through the computer. They can tell when you are giving them BS. They can smell that smoke screen. So that's the first thing, is having a personal practice, and then having also a practice that gives you the tools that you need for proper decision making. For some of you, that is entrusting a board of advisories and people you trust. Some of you, that's having your business brothers and sisters before you make large decisions. For some of you, it may be a checklist. For a lot of you, it could also be a gut check, right? There is a lot of science behind what we feel in our gut is very aligned. You might be really struggling to make a decision, and then all of a sudden you find an option and you just know, in your gut, your heart, whatever you want to call it, that that's the right decision. So figure out what is your decision-making checklist that aligns with your personal practice as a leader so that you are walking the right path for your organization. That's helping you stay conscientious and relevant. I also want you to commit to remaining open to other opinions and other options. When I hire someone new on the team as we've outgrown our capacity, I am seeking individuals that plug holes and gaps in areas we are not strong as a team. In fact, I want people that are going to say, Holly, the way you're doing this is completely wrong. There is a better, more efficient way, more powerful way that's going to give you more traction on YouTube, on whatever. I value that. The whole point we're hiring them is because we want somebody who's got different thoughts. We want diversity of opinions, diversity of ideas. So, yes, have your practice, have your alignment, but still remain an avid, forever student of life and be open to those diversity ideas. And we don't want to come to polarization. We want to come to the middle because that's where the answers and the real solutions are, is in the middle when we come together and we share two extreme ideas to find something that works collaboratively. This will help you when you're facing global trends, technological trends, as well as cultural shifts. We need to remain open to thinking outside of the box in many different ways and many different capacities because our buyers are also changing. They are changing. All right. The other thing I want to talk to you about is the importance of championing psychological safety and creating a safe zone within your organization so that people feel comfortable sharing their skill set, comfortable sharing their diverse ideas, comfortable pushing back on your opinion and your idea. That's why you hired them. And so that they can feel comfortable, but also share that purpose, share that community, share that camaraderie with you and the team. The more we build safety, the longer you will keep your employees, the happier your customers will be, and the more aligned everybody's marching orders will remain. So, those are your 3 steps here that we talked about in depth. As a recap, develop that personal practice alongside your decision making checklist, so you have that North Star forever. Number 2, actively seek those diverse opinions and remain an avid learner for life. And then number 3, creating that sacred container and that safe place so that your employees, your customers are with you for life. You earn their loyalty. It's rather simple. What we all desire is to feel seen and heard and safe enough to share and express who we are. And that starts with safety. And that starts with having your own energy aligned. All right. Today, if this aligned for you, I want you to comment below and tell me what you're going to take action on, what your biggest takeaway was. And of course, please subscribe and share this with someone else. Our goal and desire is to affect and help the change makers of the world just like you burn brighter, stay inspired, and borrow belief when they need it. We are here as your community and your tribe. You've got this, and go into this 2026 knowing that you are on fire and that your actions, your words, your everything as a conscientious leader matters, and you've got this.
Thank you for joining the show today. I hope you were inspired. More importantly, I hope you take action. If the show inspired you, I ask that you subscribe and share it with your network. Let's spread inspiration together today.